Hey, what's up guys, Adam Lobo here from Adam Lobo TV, and in this video, although I'm late, but here's my unboxing and my review of the Apple Airpods Pro. So keep watching. Now starting from the unboxing, the box comes in white with just the visuals of the AirPods earbuds in front. Then at the back you'll find the visuals of the charging case and a mention about how it is a wireless charging case. Opening the box, you'll find the service card and the user guide over there. Underneath you'll find the charging case with the AirPods Pro inside. Then at the back there's the Lightning to USB-C cable, and another two more sizes of the silicone ear tips, which you can easily change them accordingly, where the default ear tip size is medium. And please make sure that you do not lose this, because you can't just simply replace them with any other third-party ear tips. So yes, this means that there's no way of getting a foam ear tips just in case if you want to. Now as for the build quality and size, it did feel quite light in the hands. And I kind of like the feeling of opening and closing the earbuds. It did feel nice and premium. And as for the size, it was just nice and small to be able to bring it anywhere, as it could easily be stored in your front tiny pocket if you guys are wearing jeans, or your handbag, to all my female friends out there. Then the finish of the earpods case and the earpods itself is a glossy white finish, where I had mixed feelings. On one end it looked really nice and shiny, but on the other hand I felt that it was a little slippery, especially when I was using the AirPods when working out, or even with a slightly oily or sweaty hands. And speaking of sweat, what's great is that the AirPods Pro is IPX4 sweat and water resistant, so yes, you can use this safely while working out or even under a tiny bit of rain. Now going back to working out, yes, the new design surely helps to make sure that the AirPods fits in the ears without having the AirPods falling off during running or even during my kettlebell workout as well. And the black speaker grills over there are actually pressure vent system, where usually when you typically put an earbuds in your ears, depending on the size and the fitting, there will be a sort of pressure that will be built inside. But that was not the case for the AirPods Pro, so I would say good job Apple for coming up with that interesting technology to make sure there's no pressure built up when you put in the AirPods Pro. Then looking at the ports and buttons on the charging case itself, at the back there is a button where if you press it once, you'll get an indication whether or not the case needs to be charged. But if you press and hold it, it will act as a pairing button. Then underneath there's a lightning port. Now as for pairing, it comes with Bluetooth 5.0, and the best experience that you would get is surely with an iPhone or any other iOS devices, where once your iPhone's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is turned on, just open the AirPods Pro case, and in a matter of seconds, you'll get a prompt to connect to your AirPods Pro to your iPhone, and by default, it will be renamed to the user's iPhone's name, and that's why it's called Vasenta's AirPods, since the iPhone 11 is not mine. So thank you Vasu, and of course, Mei-Ling as well. You're the woman lah. Then switching devices between my MacBook Pro and the iPhone 11 was simple by going to the Bluetooth settings and choosing the AirPods, where it connects instantly without the need of repairing them again, but you will need to press and hold the pairing button for the initial pairing process. Now going further into the experience when using the AirPods Pro on the iPhone, first, once you are at the iPhone's control center, you can control the volume by sliding the volume slider over there. Then you find 3 noise cancellation options to switch between turning on, turning it off, and turning transparency mode as well, which is a mode that actually amplifies your surrounding like voices or any other important sounds around you. Where for example, if you guys are working out outdoors or just on a commute, you'll be aware of your surroundings, like if you're on a train and it goes ding dong, next station, Kelana Jaya, station berikutnya, Kelana Jaya. Yeah, I can hear those. Now, having tested the Sony WF1000XM3 and the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, the noise cancellation works very well on the AirPods Pro. And since the passive noise isolation is great when wearing the AirPods Pro, I kind of feel like the noise cancellation works a bit better compared to those two earbuds. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of like it. Then you can dive in deeper to the AirPods Pro settings by going to the Bluetooth settings and choosing the AirPods Pro and hitting the eye icon for adjustments such as naming the AirPods Pro, adjusting the 3 noise control modes over there, changing the press and hold functions to either the noise control or to call out Siri. Then there's a nice little feature which measures whether or not the ear tips is the right one for you, and based on my test, the default medium one is perfect for me. Then there's the automatic ear detection and the options for the microphone control. See? It's a bit slippery. Okay, as for the playback. Now, as for the playback and the control options, instead of tapping like the previous generation AirPods, for this AirPods Pro, you'll need to squeeze the stem of the AirPods Pro, where there's an interesting vibrating click sound coming out from the AirPods Pro, which is not a force touch or a 3D touch kind of haptic feedback, but it was cool to hear when you click the stem of the AirPods Pro. Where if you guys squeeze the stem of the AirPods Pro once, it plays or pauses the track, squeeze it twice goes to the next track, and 3 times goes to the previous track. And if you guys press and hold the stem of the AirPods Pro, we'll go to the noise control or Siri depending on the option that you guys choose earlier in the settings. Oh, and if you guys take off the AirPods Pro off your ears while listening to music or watching videos, it will automatically pause the song or the video, and putting it back resumes the playback since there is a proximity sensor on the AirPods Pro. But what I would really wish is that if you had volume controls on the AirPods Pro, but there isn't, you need to control it through your phone or even using Siri to call out Siri to get it to control the volume. Now, what if you don't have an iPhone, an iPad or even a Mac? Can you guys use the AirPods Pro with an Android phone? Well, you can just by pressing and holding the button at the back of the charging case where it connects like how you would connect a Bluetooth earbuds to pair it with your Android device. However, the caveat is that the only controls that you have are the playback controls like pausing or changing the track by pressing the stop of the AirPods Pro, and by default the noise cancellation is turned on and you can change it to the transparency mode and the other noise cancellation mode as well by pressing and holding the AirPods Pro stem, which was nice to know. But no, there's no automatic pausing when removing the AirPods Pro from your ears, and no, there's no additional configuration settings which is only available on the iOS devices. Now, as for the sound quality, it was overall decent. Nowhere near like the Sony WF1000XM3 or even the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, but it was very strong on the mids and slightly lesser on the treble, especially if you're listening to an easy listening kind of music genre like maybe a radio song, and also especially when it comes to podcasts. But the bass was a bit tighter but not overpowering, which was fine by me. So if you are a bass lover, you'll be tiny bit disappointed by the sound quality when it comes to the bass, but overall if you are an average listener, you will find it really good. And one thing to note is that the music listening sounds better with the noise cancellation turned on, so make sure you got it turned on to experience a better music listening. And also there's a huge difference on listening to music on the MacBook Pro against listening to a smartphone, especially when it's listening on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which has the aptX or aptX support. And when it comes to the microphone and the call quality, the microphones on the AirPods Pro was really good, where there's a total of 2 tiny microphones, one on the inside and one on the outside, and they work the same way like all active noise cancellation earbuds to ensure the highest quality on the AirPods Pro. And finally, let's look at the battery life. Now, with a full charge, I got a rough total of 4 hours with the volume all the way up at 100% and the noise cancellation on all the time, which was not the best battery life out there. But if you really think about it, if you want a small form factor like this, these are the things that you need to sacrifice, which to be honest, I did not mind that. But to combat that issue, the charging case gives you an extra charge of close to 24 hours of battery life. And then there's also a quick charging on the case, where about 5 minutes of charge in the case provides about 45 minutes of usage, which was great. And of course, the wireless charging was amazing, as it gives you the option to put the charging case just on a wireless charging pad. So, in conclusion, even though the price factor is not an affordable range Like other Apple products, you are indeed investing within the Apple's ecosystem and seamless transitions between the other Apple devices, like if you have a MacBook Pro and the iPhone 11 or any other iOS devices. It is surely a huge plus, and the form factor gives you more reasons to bring this anywhere, especially since it is ultra portable to easily put it in your pocket, compared to something like the Sony WF1000XM3, where yes, it has a better sound quality, but it is not as portable as the AirPods Pro. So if you guys are within the Apple's ecosystem of using a Mac, an iPad or even an iPhone as your main phone, while it's not perfect, but the AirPods Pro nails everything right to be a great earbuds for an everyday usage, so I would surely recommend the AirPods Pro. Terbalik. Now, as for the price here in Malaysia, the AirPods Pro is going for 1,099 ringgit, and I would recommend getting it from the guys from Loop Malaysia, as they are having a same-day delivery if you guys are planning on making a purchase, where you can contact them directly at Loop Malaysia's Instagram and Facebook page, which are linked down below. And the good news is, again, if you guys are mentioning that you're coming from Adam Lobo TV, you will be getting an additional 100 ringgit off from your purchase. So that's my review of the AirPods Pro from an Android's perspective and also as an audiophile's perspective. And if you guys have any questions to ask me about the AirPods Pro, do let me know at the comment section below. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Adam Lobo TV if you guys haven't done so. My name is Adam Lobo and I'll catch you guys in my next video. I just realized that I didn't wear my watch and my cable. Oh well. Bye-bye. Since there is a proximity sensor on the AirPods Pro,